Our hunter-gatherer ancestors lived wild. And a wild creature doesn't outsource its authority. It sleeps when it's tired, it eats when it's hungry. But now we live in a culture that prioritises productivity over connection, and where we aren't being asked to connect with nature and to get our needs met from the environment. So in a sense, we've become domesticated.
About 8 years ago, I followed a bloke to Melbourne, arrived in this big city not really knowing anything about the land or anything about the people, didn't really know anyone. So for the first year, I just was quite disorientated, thinking, what am I doing here? And then I made a decision. It's like I can either forget that I'm a wild human and forget that my passion is rewilding and reinvent myself in some ridiculous way, or I can try and put into practice what I've been learning over the last 15 years where I'm living, because the city is just wild country too. It just has a lot of human-built landscape on it. I came to live in this wonderful, tumbling old house that was right on the Birrarung on the Yarra. This river which really gives the personality to Melbourne. And I really fell in love with that river. I would swim in it most days, paddleboard on it often, sit, weave a basket. I spent hours down there. But it became a sacred spot for me. That place became part of me, an extension of me, through the attention that I was giving it.
Tracker School is a long way from where Claire and I have ended up. And when we met there, it was this survival school in New Jersey, in the Pine Barrens.
There we were, the two Aussie chicks in this class full of Navy SEALs and hunters and prairie hippies. And us, two Aussie chicks, kind of going, hey, this looks cool, can we learn?
We were running around in the bush in the middle of the night, painted up with clay, stalking each other and being stalked by other people.
Everything from hide tanning to picking a dandelion leaf for food to making primitive pottery on the fire.
By the time I'm done with you, gang, you will have the tools to track a mouse across gravel. I guarantee it.
Tom Brown Jr., he's like a cross between a drill sergeant and Earth Mama.
You will be able to survive virtually any place with nothing. You'll have the tools.
A white guy from New Jersey, but he was trained from the age of about 8 by a Southern Lipan Apache elder by the name of Stalking Wolf or Grandfather.
My grandfather once said, you know, people tend to walk on the earth, not in it.
It was life-changing.
You're going to be completely alone out there.
And all the while I knew that I was preparing for my own year-long immersion.
As long as you can surrender, you get a sense of where it's coming from.
Dance.
Claire and I were two of a number of Australians that ended up going to Tracker School and bringing back the wealth of information that was available there to start schools of our own. So I guess in a way, Tracker was a bit of a catalyst to help kickstart the rewilding movement in Australia.
Let's start the way we often have. Switch on your internal camouflage, reducing your concentric ring.
Claire's been running a training course to teach the teachers nature immersion, bird language, ancestral skills and community building.
Should we turn and face the sun?
Yes.
There's 25 people, they get together fortnightly for 10 months. They don't know each other, and then they've got 2 retreats as well, so it's pretty intense.
We'd spend each Friday gathering in the parkland, learning from people about edible weeds, learning fire by friction, tanning rabbit skins. I'm Katie. I live on a permaculture property in central Victoria on Jarrah country, And a lot of my day is spent in the garden and with goats.
My name's Mike Hall. I'm an educator and a father, a husband, and someone who cares really deeply about the health of the planet. I was sort of yearning for a deeper connection, but didn't really know how to make that happen or how to explore that.
So Claire and the rewilding movement as a whole, for me, feels like it's springing from a place of real authenticity, to know how to do things, to feed yourself from the land that you're on. On the property here at Meliadora, there are 3 households, and the deal is we work in exchange for this beautiful solar passive house that I'm in now. I work 2 days a week on the property, feeling more like a participant in these systems and cycles that I'm fully embedded in, rather than a human on the periphery. And we compost our own waste, we grow food, we raise animals to kill. We are influencing and being influenced by this land.
Straight ahead.
And that spirit of rewilding, I feel, is living in my everyday life.
We'll make one communal fire and our own tinder bundles.
Today, most of us just buy what we need. We don't make it, we don't grow it, we just press a button and what we need arrives. So we're very disconnected from that whole process.
Hopefully it'll be in flames soon.
I don't want people to get the impression that what we're trying to do is turn back the clock and become hunter-gatherers again, because that's not what we're talking about.
Who has been getting successful bow drill calls? Yeah.
Not too many times.
Awesome.
What we're really saying is we have lost the bulk of the practices that endeared us to our place.
The handhold is supported, lots of smoke, and the spindle is perpendicular. And hopefully, a little burning coal.
But then when we get to the process of something so amazing as making a fire with our own hands, something ignites inside us. I can't even explain it, but it's something you never forget for the rest of your life.
Ooh. Ooh. Beware the grass that looks dry.